Welcome to the Romanian River channel and my playthrough of Dwarf Fortress. Picking up where we left off at the preparation phase. Should we hit play now or should we prepare for the journey carefully? Let's go with the preparation. Okay, this guy we want to be a proficient miner. This guy we need him to be a proficient miner too. Proficient woodcutter. Let's see, carpenter, mason. Ideally speaking, we need. We're thinking here in terms of growing. And cook too. This guy will be a brewer, a fisherman, and what else could we use you for? Caretaker would do. We're gonna have more dwarves later, so them having multiple jobs, at least for now, is not too much of a problem. We don't have a butcher. And them having multiple jobs to do besides the diggers who are gonna be quite busy with us. Okay, so being a mechanic is not a bad thing, pardon. Woodcutter. We're gonna go with some beekeeping too. You're one of the ones that's gonna be less active, so what else can we throw onto your head? Fish cleaner would be a good thing. Milker. We still have one, so which one should we give you? I'm gonna give you fish dissector. You guys will be purebloods, so we're gonna be left with you guys. We're just giving him extra stuff just to be on the safe side, because dwarves can grow exponentially less happy the more time they sit on their posterior. You already have. Yeah, that'll do it in this terms. Let's see about this. We only need one axe, so we can get a bit more cash. We're gonna take more spawns. Basically, we're gonna get a lot of this stuff just to have more cultures to deal with in terms of food. We don't need these for the beginning. We can do it two less buckets, and those. These we can craft when we get there. That gives us 202, so we need a dog, male, 2 females. Where's the female? 2 females. Cats, same, if at all possible. Then, no, not that. 2 nanny goats, 1 billy goat. Okay, where were they? Where were you? Ah, we missed them. Chickens, 4 chickens, 1 rooster. And for the rest we're going to get some smaller stuff, namely bunnies for a start. For those, $1. And what else can we take? We have 12 left. Let's also deal with these, just to have a nice amount of stuff. Offer some variation for our dwarves. Now let's see about naming our fortress. Diamond Snarled, nope. Tomb Static, nope. Phrased Post, the fuck? Brave Abbey, Book Domains, nope. Flue Metal, Ink Runs, Sling Torrid, Number Labors, Smith Twisted, Waned Paints, Fate. Ooh, this one looks positively brutal. Fatal Mountain. I wonder for who it will be fatal, me or the enemy. Well, anybody that pisses me off, basically. Okay, so we're set. Yep. Don't imagine we need anything else. We have an iron anvil, we have 1 axe, we have 2 picks, we have beer, we have food, we have seeds, we have everything we need, in theory. Let's see what we cocked up by forgetting. One of the few times you'll actually see the cursor. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Murakodom. Damn, that's a nice name to pronounce. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings, ere the dingoes get hungry. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins here at this place. Odrozonol, Fatal Mountain. Strike the earth. My pronunciation of Dwarven tongue is not particularly good. Then again, if it does exist as a actual legitimate language like Klingon, I'd imagine they'd use some variation of what was it? Nordic. Them glitches. Okay, so this is our gigantic starting position. About, what was it? 1 extra line in either direction, vertical and horizontal. Here we have the river. Hopefully we don't crash the game by doing what we did. Now we have peat. I don't think peat actually burns, to be honest, which is quite a bummer, but it's still usable in terms of ground we can plant on after we clear it. Sand, good. Now where did our dwarf start? Ah, there they are. Okay, so how do we go about mining this bitch? We have plenty of trees. There don't appear to be any particularly fruity ones, but we can deal. Now having the high ground is good. We're also gonna be removing quite a few ramps. But there's a problem we'll have to fix. We'll have to go down one level to work on our irrigation system. Well, technically it's not an irrigation system because that does not function that way quite yet, but is a one moment. Excuse me. Is a cistern for water and possibly even fish culturing, but I don't think that's actually an option quite in the game. But we can at least try and capture some fish to hold over during the winter. Now let's see about making a nice entrance of a degree or another. This is just me being anal retentive, to be honest. Okay, so once we clear that, okay, one of the first things we're gonna do before we do that, actually clear these trees, please, so you can put a nice look, a pasture there. Okay, so that's that. Show. Let us go down a bit so we have more visual capabilities. Shame the cursor is invisible, but I've not found any reason why it shouldn't be. Oh well, we're gonna deal with it stoically as a dwarf would. Okay, that should be a good enough primary entrance. While those guys do that, let's give some work to the rest of the guys. Place it like this, and to activate the pasture mode, and put everything that isn't a cat or dog in. Why? Because they tend to starve to death if they don't have a location with grass. I think we're gonna go with this way up here. This one will probably be the Yeah, that's a bit better. So I come up in the bottom bit, wherein the still shielded in a sense, so no invaders can get in without actually having to dig their way in. Oh, for Pete's sake. Sorry, again, too easy. Now the game itself, besides all the immediately apparent stuff, you can also get into some crazy ass shit trying to capture and then train certain types of beasts. By what I know, the more ordinary types of beasts you can try to train are dragons, which, if I'm not mistaken, don't usually take to training that well in the first few attempts, even with a legendary trainer for it. You can sometimes randomly decide it forgot what you trained it and decides that dwarves are tasty morsels. As you can imagine, that can produce quite a bit of interesting effects for your dwarf's sanity, at least. So this is the true level of the water. It shows you the depth, but at this level it's deceptive in terms of appearance. This is the only one that, well, this and this are basically lakes that already exist. We may actually try to exploit them later on, but this is basically our farming area. We'll see about exploitation later. With a wee bit of luck, way too much Pete jokes it would seem, with a wee bit of luck we may be able to drain those lakes into something usable, or keep them around in a sense. We're gonna see how that works, to be honest. We're excavating a small room here to check if the peat is still strong down there, or if other types of soil are still available. If yes, that'll be expanded quite a bit and turn into our farming area, and we'll also build the initial space for the, or actually we won't, well, we could do both, to be honest, but that'll be underneath it. We'll just build a token, in a sense, irrigation system, and have a separate room for being the not so much the water source, but the food source for fishermen. Which reminds me, we should define that. Come on, go down. You're fishing, aren't you? Yep. Press I. Water source and fishing. This kind of triggers my slight case of OCD. Where are the... Oh dear God, we did do what I think we did, didn't we? Those are downstairs. Yep. Well, let's see, can we build up? Well, actually, I think we can salvage this. Let's see. Go up one. Okay, so first thing we do, we remove these. Make it like that. We'll put down to there, which are down. And we remove these two. Or we just build over them. Because they piss me off. I was wondering why they weren't going to dig. Turns out, stupid. You guys probably caught that before I did. And going down one, designate up, please, because we don't want to see that. We want to actually build, well, dig. Build. Floor. Looks to be our farming area. I'm gonna go with, so we need to start here. Expand something like this. That's symmetrical, right? Yeah. Get a couple more. Okay, so remove two. Remove one more, then just partition them off here slightly. Perfect. So you can fit in two farms, more or less. So dig here, and this one will be a bit more sophisticated in theory. We have 6 here, 6 there. Good. That'll be the beginning. You'll need to dig down further for our next level, so we need to go a couple more levels downward. No, that's... Which one was the farm again? P. Ah, so you remember something correct about P. It was just after we hit build. Now you get why we have to avoid this level, because that's gonna be our way of doing things. Well, not doing things. Bringing water into our citadel of dwarvishness. Theory speaking though, we're gonna go down another level. Hopefully we don't run into anything we need down here, well, at this level. Okay, so we're starting to run into stone, which is good news, and yeah. I'd ideally want to go another level down, but in theory that should be sufficient. In theory. One level should be enough to avoid the stone we're gonna moisten with our conduits. These are done? Yep, they're done. Also build plot. They're coming. Have no fear. Looks like we're gonna be digging for quite a while to find usable iron or other types of ore. I'm gonna go another level, just to be on the completely retardedly safe side from the stone, because it would be a rather bad way to end this this fortress's existence by accidentally flooding the damn thing. This is silty clay, so they're still non-stone. Stray cat tame has adopted Vukar Duskilib, the farmer. Dustiggy Woody, oh for fuck's sake. Can't you idiots have some normal sounding names? If one of you dumbasses pisses me off with your name sufficiently, I'll even name you Gimli, just for the hell of it. Or Gimply. Anyway, it's nearly 31 minutes, well, 31 right about now, so we're gonna leave it here now, gents. Thank you for watching, and until next time, buff the